Hello, YouTube. I'm here to voice my concerns regarding Sarah Palin, the vice presidential pick of John McCain. And the first thing I want to mention is the accusations that she is more experienced than Barack Obama. If this is in fact true, if her gubernatorialship of not even 2 years qualifies as executive experience, then she is in fact more experienced than John McCain himself. I'm very disturbed with the fact that she is under investigation. The Alaskan legislator last month, a bipartisan legislator, put her under investigation for her ethics, primarily due to her abuse of powers, because she fired a public safety commissioner after he refused to fire a state trooper that just happened to be her ex-brother-in-law. Now, statements were made that she did not try to contact this particular commissioner. Then it was said that there were 26 phone calls, and she admitted that there were some phone calls because there was actually evidence on tape of these phone calls. But I think overall she has proven that she passes the Dick Cheney test because she is willing to abuse her powers, and I do believe that that's criteria and credentials that have to be met to be a Republican these days. Rumors resurfaced this last weekend, and I say resurfaced because they were actually started by Republicans in Alaska last spring. And if you Google it, you can actually see what they were saying about this back then, about Sarah Palin possibly not being the mother of her last child, Trig, who was born April 18th, and that a cover-up ensued to try to protect her from, you know, any criticism that would have came from that, and that the actual mother would be Bristol, which is her 17-year-old daughter. Now, there are some pretty interesting facts that just do not pass the whiff test, the smell test here, which is why I can see these controversies might have sparked some of this. I'm going to state some of them for you now. On March 6th, the governor announced that she was 7 months pregnant to the surprise of everyone. Her water broke, but she kept a speaking engagement by Republicans in Texas. So after her water broke, she flew 8 hours to this speaking event, gave her speech to the Republicans, flew all the way back home to Alaska another 8 hours, whereupon arriving when she was actually in labor, drove 45 minutes to Matsu Regional Center outside Wasilla, which is where she was mayor, instead of going to Anchorage Medical Facility, which was closer, that would have best accommodated her premature birth. 3 days later, she returned to work. Bristol Palin was taken out of Anchorage High School due to mononucleosis, where she was absent from school for at least 5 months. Accounts vary, anywhere from 5 to 8. So, I think that we're missing the bigger point here. Today, she came out and stated that her daughter is, in fact, 5 months pregnant. This is supposed to squash rumors that had surfaced on the web. But if you do the math, you know that it's perfectly possible and logical for Bristol to have had the baby on April 18th, turn around, became pregnant, and still be pregnant again, due to the way that they calculate pregnancy. I don't know what's going to do enough for that, but that's not what I'm worried about. We are missing the big picture here. In the reports, it is stated that with this baby, she was given a choice. She was allowed to choose. And I think it's beautiful that in this free country, she was given a choice. But I think it's ironic that if her mother were the vice president of the United States, women would lose their right to choose. That would be taken from us. I can almost cry when I say that because her mother believes in all instances the right to choose should be illegal. Whether it is rape or incest, Roe v. Wade should be overturned. So I also want to know, where was the mother? If this time frame is correct, and it is, during this time that she was sick with mononucleosis, where was the mother? Because during this time, and it would have had to have been that time frame, she was at home having unprotected sex, out of wedlock, underage sex, and getting pregnant. Where are these Republican values? Where have they gone? What does that represent? And if she cannot run her own family, what makes her think that she can run this country? Forget about her husband's DUI. Forget about all the controversy. I don't think that this woman was properly vetted, and I think that it kind of makes it a joke. John McCain has made this almost a tabloid joke. And I feel like I've been insulted as a woman. As someone who supported Hillary Clinton or voted for Hillary Clinton, why would we vote for John McCain just because he has a woman on the ticket when she does not stand up for any of the issues that Hillary Clinton worked so hard her whole life for? the freedom to choose, among many other things. They are totally on opposite ends of the spectrum. And Sarah Palin is no Hillary Clinton.